Hello, welcome to our channel. Welcome back to those who have listened before, and welcome to all new listeners. We're very grateful you are dedicating some of your time this day to listen to the Dhamma, and we are confident you will be blessed for the time that you take in listening and practicing the pure Dhamma. Today we're talking about something called sankaras, that's the Pali word, or mental formations, or more basically, we just can call them thinking. The last talk was about memory and thinking are playing tennis or playing ping pong or any game where you throw the ball back and forth to one another. The minute we start recollecting and being mentally engaged in memories, it will stimulate our thinking to create new kinds of thoughts and imaginations. And these two are like two sides of a single coin. They're almost always experienced together. So let's talk today about what these mental formations look like, how they act, and how we experience them. Mental formations are also karmic formations. They are what we do with the mind when we're concocting something, making a plan of some kind, when we're composing not just music but putting together various ideas. It could be something that we're writing or something we're just thinking about that we're going to do in the future. So it's a kind of fabricating. We start thinking about, and then it leads to another idea, which leads to another idea, and there is no end to the possibility of our mind more or less running unchecked. One form that our thinking often takes is embellishing. We experience the world, and in this case we're experiencing the imagination that we're going to do something in the future. We are thinking about something we're going to do. We are going to be anticipating, and we're going to be possibly fearful or anxious about a future event, or very positive and looking forward to it. The creative ability of the mind is this ability to formulate mentally. It can be about something positive, virtues, something wholesome, something healthy, some kindness, loving kindness or generosity, and it can equally be something dark and harmful, ugly, violent. It can be about the past or the future. We can recollect a memory, and then we can imagine what we might have said or what we might have done differently. We are playing a ball with the memory, and there is no limit to this mind's ability to live in the future, as there is no limit to it living in the past. So sanya, memory, perceives, and then sankaras, mental formations, are used to analyze or interpret whatever memory we're having or whatever thought we may be thinking about. These two abilities tend to create a deception. they create this deception by just being mental. This memory and this imagination and fabricating in the future are all mental experiences. What happens is, in fact, we begin to believe our own mind. We create this memory, we color it the way we color it, which may be entirely different than the way someone else is coloring it, someone we might have shared the memory or the direct experience with. It's our sankaras are likely to deceive us. They are the cause of us making various assumptions and presumptions. In other words, there's a lot of opinions going on within this ability to fabricate a whole life, a whole imagined future, or in the case of memory, a largely imagined past. So what happens is, in both cases, we become mesmerized. And mesmerized comes from a man's name, a man named Mr. Mesmer, and he is credited with discovering that this mind can be hypnotized and it can be told things that are true or not true. And when we come out of this hypnotic state, we may have created a memory that was completely fabricated by the person who hypnotized us. So to become mesmerized is to really get sucked in to the belief our memories are accurate and our expectations, hopes, and dreams for the future are all valid and good, and that they all belong to me. Now, the reason these two mental processes of memory and fabricating in the future are troublesome is they keep us out of the present moment. We have come to believe through our hypnotism, post-hypnotic suggestion, that the good, the thing that is most valuable, even if it's something like Dhamma, exists somewhere in the future. That it's not right here and it's not right now. We're going to have to work for it. We're going to have to make sacrifices, etc. And someday in the future, possibly, we will be successful. We therefore cannot imagine that the present moment is entirely saturated with the pure Dhamma, the pure land, Dhamma land, holy land, that it's available right now, right here, if we can quiet the mind. The mind is so busy jumping from the past to the future that it cannot hold still long enough to experience something less sensational. So the past and the future are seductive to us because we invest them with a lot of emotion. And if we are not trained with meditation to calm the mind, to constantly pull it back from the past and the future to our mind object that we're using for our meditation, we are always going to be lost in the past, which doesn't exist, or in the future, which has not yet been born. So meditating is the technique that is essential to our ability to quiet the mind down to the point that reality, the real Dhamma, the pure peace of mind, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity are just waiting to be discovered right here and right now. Thank you. Thank you for reaching the end of this talk. It's so difficult for me to stop at the 10-minute mark. I'm grateful to you who have listened through the 10-minute mark. Please consider suggestions for topics you would like to hear. Consider the ebook download called Kamathena. There's a link here in our channel and on our Facebook page. You may find reading it and listening to tapes that have been made from that booklet helpful in your practice. Thank you very much.